GTA fans are not really all that happy with Rockstar's latest announcement that hasn't even officially happened yet, but it's going to be coming very, very soon. And fans just really don't want to see this, or they're not looking forward to it. So we first actually got notified from this from Rockstar Games insider TezFunds2, who posted this the other day stating that GTA 5 has been rated for PC, PS5, and Xbox Series X and S. Not surprising, but interesting nonetheless. With a link to an ESRB rating page, which pretty much suggests that all the changes we saw when Grand Theft Auto 5 came out on the PS5 and the new Xboxes, and for Grand Theft Auto Online, are going to be arriving on the PC version. Now, when you go to the site, this is what it says here. It says that it'll be available to be picked up at these retailers: Windows, PC, PlayStation 5, Xbox Series, rated M for mature, no one surprised there. Blood and gore, intense violence, mature humor, nudity, strong language, strong sexual content, use of drugs and alcohol. And then they give the rating summary as well, which if you guys would like to look at that for yourself, it really just gives you an idea of how the ESRB came about to actually give it a M for mature rating. You guys can read that if you end up wanting to. It's kind of like a jumbled mouthful, so I'll just leave it at that. But yeah, long story short, what we got on the console is going to be coming over to the PC. Now, when is it going to be coming to the PC? That question, I think, still remains unanswered. But one thing I think we can say is it'll probably not be until June. Now, the reason I say that is because Rockstar currently has an ongoing relationship with Sony where you can actually get the standalone version of Grand Theft Auto Online for free for the first 3 months, and you can get 50% off of story mode for the first 3 months. So if I know anything about the business relationship between Sony and Rockstar, I would imagine that Sony would like to say, hey, give us at least a quarter where the only way you can get the new content is if you have a PlayStation 5 or a new Xbox Series X or S. Don't let the PC guys have this. Now, at the end of the day, it makes sense that the PC guys would eventually get this because they're not going to leave the PC behind. The PC is arguably the most powerful platform and the one that can be really updated the longest, so they're not going to leave that behind. Now, it might have the smallest player base, we don't know that for sure, but Rockstar isn't just simply going to leave the PC guys in the dust. We knew that they were eventually going to get that upgrade. Now, the reason that players aren't happy about this is because, A, it's really not what they want to see, whether you're a PC guy or not. The PC guys also don't really get to take advantage of a whole lot of stuff. They already have like their own graphics settings and whatnot. I don't really want to get into a console versus PC war in this video. So really the only thing they're getting is some of the quality of life changes and then like how Special Works Auto Shop, which at the end of the day was fine, but it didn't provide all that much new content. So PC guys are kind of just like, well, this is fine, but it's not really all that much what I'm looking forward to. And then just in general, fans that want to see Rockstar stop creating content for GTA 5 and move on to something else, whether that be Red Dead Redemption 2 or GTA 6, to them, I guess it just seems like they are not moving on and still focusing on the same old GTA 5. So that's kind of why fans are frustrated with this entire saga. But I guess once PC is officially updated and caught up, and I would honestly suspect that would happen whenever we get the next official DLC, which will probably happen sometime after June, that's when PC will be caught up altogether. They'll be given the new content, and then they'll be brought up to speed with the content that we've already had on the consoles, like the house, Special Works Auto Shop, and stuff like that. Now, there was more follow-up from Rockstar Games insider TezFunds2, who ended up saying this on the GTA forum site. Anyone remember this? It must be over 100 million players by now. I'll show this to you guys. Rockstar came out with pretty much like a census a year after GTA Online was released. You guys can see it was from October 1st, 2013, which was day one, to October 31st, 2014. And it shows you like how many players there are, how many jobs played, how many vehicles are owned, weapons are owned, stuff like that. It's pretty interesting data, that's for sure. It would be interesting to see what that's like right now. But anyways, Rockstar Insider Test Funds 2 says, crazy how Rockstar assembled this amount of data back in the day. Shows the importance of game telemetry. And I'm sure nowadays, Rockstar takes the telemetry into account when it comes to decision making. The concept of feedback has changed, and developers no longer solely rely much on forums because each and every player provides feedback in the form of raw data just by playing the game. Anyhow, I went and checked how many metrics there are that Rockstar tracks, and that's actually in the reveal hidden contents right there. I'll leave a link to this post in the description if you guys are interested in taking a look at it for yourself. But it's a lot, too many for me to go over in this video today with you guys. And it says, there are a few metrics that I didn't mention, but it's worth noting that this is all collected by real-time telemetry. It all goes to Rockstar. And for PC, you can see how Rockstar collects operating system info, CPU, GPU, memory usage, and game settings without having to specify all that to them. But I guess you have to when it comes to communicating with Rockstar support agents. So that's actually kind of interesting, and it gives us an idea of how Rockstar goes about deciding, I think, what players and vehicles we're going to be getting next. And just generally what content we might be getting next. Like some of the things they track are the money you get from doing like import-export, or the money that you end up getting from doing heist. So if they see that a lot of people prefer to get money from doing heist or import-export, that might tailor how they end up going about shaping the next DLC. I mean, there's so many metrics that they end up tracking here. It's so much analytics, so much data. They track how many people use the slot machines, the inside track stuff, the roulette, the blackjack table. They check all this stuff, including some PC-specific stuff that really gives them intel on how to proceed forward. So at the end of the day, just long story short, expect a new update that will also arrive for consoles, but at the same time will end up coming out on the PC. I wonder if this will be when a new DLC gets here, if this will also be when they make those changes to like the player-to-player combat vehicles that they talked about, like the Oppressor Mark II, and then it'll also be added to the PC. And again, if I was a betting man, I would say that this is when Rockstar's exclusivity period with the PlayStation and the consoles is going to expire, which is in June. So when that time rolls around, I think we can expect a new update to get here, but a lot of fans are just really not that excited about it. They're not excited about it for a handful of reasons for what it means. They're not excited about it for a handful of reasons, and just that we're still focusing on GTA 5. But like I said, you guys can let me know what you think in those comments down below about what we discussed in this video today, a new update coming to the game, a PC sort of catch-up, I guess we can call it, and a whole lot more. If you guys did go and enjoy this video, though, a like rating would, of course, be awesome. And be sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel if you are new, or you want to stay up to date on all the latest GTA and all the Rockstar Games videos that I'll be doing here on my channel. And be sure to ring that notification bell as well. Sometimes YouTube just doesn't work, and if you ring that bell, you'll always be guaranteed to be notified when new videos arrive. But of course, as always, guys, thank you all so much for watching. Take care, and I'll see you guys in the next video.